There's something really special about the process of seeing people develop as a group. Basketball is a game, so it should be enjoyable. And sometimes we lose sight of that because we're constantly working to reach that next level. Competing with ourselves and others, because at the end of the day, it can be a job too. So when you get a group of killers together who all want to reach that peak by any means necessary, but are willing to have fun and enjoy that long, difficult process, it's something special. It's crazy to think that just a few months ago, the concept of an Elevate session didn't even exist. I honestly couldn't tell you how it came up, but it was never really something that was planned with much anticipation. There's runs, so to speak, all over the country. We don't want to just have it as runs, we want to really differentiate it with putting them in other competitive situations. Competition really breeds what we're looking for. But that vision was always clear. We wanted to have a uniqueness to it that's really never been done before. I think where that's found is the instructional portion.
The way we set it up is the first half is always drill work, where we talk about like specific moves, ball handling, shooting, different like 2-on-2, 3-on-3 concepts that they can work on.
They're not only just competing, they're not only going 5-on-5, but they're working out. And they're working out in a way that you can't get anywhere else.
During those instructional portions, that's when players are really learning and developing new skills and trying to apply those skills to the 5-on-5 that they get to play in.
It's definitely a unique idea. So honestly, coming in, we weren't sure how players would respond to it. But if there's one thing that we're proud about, it's the environment that was bred by the players in the gym week after week.
The vibe, the atmosphere, it was great.
Oh, the vibes are great. TVOs only.
So guys are locked in immediately from the jump, and they stay locked in throughout the whole time. They may crack some jokes here and there, like talk some trash to each other, but that's part of basketball. That's what we love about basketball.
This positive energy, competitive, exactly how you want your practice, your gym to be all the time.
You know, everybody's pushing each other, everybody's motivating each other, everybody's clapping each other on.
I think the fact that all the players were dialed in and listening, it's honest and genuine basketball.
I think the intensity that everybody brought to it, that was probably the most important thing to me, that everybody was really engaged into it.
It was the perfect mix of creativity and competition. We really pride ourselves on making that gym somewhere completely unique. They'll be exposed to new people, new methods, new levels of creativity.
A lot of time when players play in front of coaches, they feel that like kind of mental block to do what things that they really want to do or really want to try out. So what I think is really cool about it and valuable about it is that guys get to like come out and really push themselves out of their limits and get themselves out of the box that they've been in.
People from different schools, different teams all came together and they just competed. No fights, no nothing. It was just good vibes, competing.
So not really just geographical, so we'll have guys from South Miami, North Miami, even Broward coming into one gym. It's like a melting pot of a bunch of different types of basketball players, a bunch of different styles of basketball.
Competition was great. It was just getting better, and a lot of the guys I knew of them, but I didn't know how good they were until I got the chance to play against them.
You know, you got guys on the court that can play. Everybody can play. The intensity of what everybody brought, you know, everybody was trying to get after it.
Yeah, you know, Joseph on one side and Coleman on the other side, and they work so well together. So it kind of gives the kids different perspective at the same training session. You know, they kind of have two minds to pick from.
It was just a whole bunch of guys coming in together and just playing, getting to know each other, and having two great trainers to just teach us all the elements of the game.
Everybody was willing to learn off each other. Like we made mistakes and they were able to help each other. Like we're all working together, just trying to get to the next level.
And one thing that we truly believe will help these guys get to that next level is the media aspect.
So we always have video, we always have guys taking pictures in there. So we live in a day and age now where like social media is kind of king, and how your social media presence and your exposure you get on that kind of does play a role in how the opportunities you can get into the future.
Older people especially say that there's a problem with, you know, the camera-related culture, especially in high school basketball these days. The players are too focused on mixtapes, too focused on their social media. But at the same time, it's 2019. Like, social media is where you build a brand for yourself. They're not intrusive, so it's not like the guys are even really paying attention to them the whole time. But having that footage come out after the session that the guys, one, they can see and they can just have fun with it. Basketball is a game at the end of the day.
This is something that a lot of the players truly like, just because, like, you know, like as a young guy like that, you wanna look cool on camera, you wanna like have that effect on camera. So it just overall does good for what we're trying to accomplish here.
And another thing that was cool about having it on camera is that we could see that development before our eyes on the footage. But the direction it was going was pretty obvious even before looking at the film.
Through each session, each week, you know, you see the camaraderie, you see the chemistry between the guys. You know, you see more talking, definitely, you know, throughout the games, throughout the workouts.
These sessions were like a community. We all came in, we all worked. It was the same group of guys. Sometimes the new guys came in and they were welcomed into our community.
And the crazy thing is, we never envisioned it turning into such a community. But that was one of the most special parts about it. So for that last week, we wanted to give some of the main guys a cool opportunity off the court. We really believe in diversifying your training and bringing it off the court sometimes. Not only does it change your physical stimulus, but it gives you a break from the court, exposes you to new things. And at the end of the day, we're in Miami. We gotta use what we have. I'll say this, the coolest thing about social media is the support and interest a new idea gets from all around. And our honest and genuine goal is to give every hooper access to top-tier training. So it was only right that we held an open clinic for anyone and everyone to come out to take one step closer to achieving this.
The clinic was a lot of fun. The kids enjoyed it. The kids enjoyed going through the workouts. You know, we worked on some of the ones that weren't as good as the others, and we cheered them on.
And this was honestly probably the most fun out of all 8 sessions. It was competitive. The energy was crazy high. And most importantly, we reached guys that we wouldn't have reached without it. Guys that are willing to work their asses off to get better. And that's where us two, we really reach our goals. The values that we teach in here and that you guys like showed in here, and just apply that throughout your whole life, and I promise you that it'll pay you off well.
Elevate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Elevate!
But I don't really think there's any limit to where this can go. We had no idea we'd be on this journey with so many guys trusting us and becoming a part of it. So we can only imagine where it's gonna take us and everyone else that's been a part of it. But we really believe that this can be the extra ingredient, not only in Miami, but eventually nationally and even globally for a lot of high school players. And all the feedback we've gotten, it's really encouraging. It just keeps us going.
I can see a big difference in our guys. You know, they're coming into these games a lot more competitive, a lot more hungry, a lot more confident.
What really got us started was Coach Ray at North Miami High School, head coach there. He was really looking out. He saw our vision, saw what we wanted to do, and he was really invested in it. And we really appreciate him for giving us the ability to start off in North Miami and kind of jumpstart these Elevate sessions there. And it's only been up from there.
And it's been good to see the kids and see the guys, you know, these young men get better and just go for their dreams.
And we're welcoming everyone to become a part. Stay tuned.
Shout out Envision Execute.